Hey everyone, Kai here. How are you? Well, it's February, which means it's time for another book check-in, but it's also Black History Month and it's the month for the lovers. So I'm excited to share with you what my last read was, what my current read is, and what I want to read. So let's get into it. My last read was Sisterhood Heals: The Transformative Power of Healing in Community by Joy Harden Bradford, PhD. So just so y'all know, Joy Harden Bradford is the founder of Therapy for Black Girls. And this book was so good. I will recommend it to the end of time to all of my friends, to all of you all. Go get it. I was really looking for a book that could help me, lean into sisterhood and learn more about being a better friend, And so this just had studies and context and anecdotes and reflection questions and just a really well done, no stone left unturned book about sisterhood, and it was so encouraging. It was so empowering. I already feel like a better friend. I already feel like I've used the tips and tools from here to just be more cognizant of certain things, right? It just touches on everything. I want to do a deep dive video on this. I can go on and on about the power of this book, but think about it in this way. The book explores, the historical context of sisterhood. So going back to our ancestral roots, then it explores, our childhood and how that has helped us navigate friendship and sisterhood. But it also explores the idea of maintaining friendships, breaking up with friends, meeting new friends, and also how we can be sisters to people we don't even know. And so I love this book so much. And yeah, I recommend it 10 out of 10. So my current read is Right Within: How to Heal from Racial Trauma in the Workplace by Minda Hart, who is also the author of The Memo. And I actually have a video on The Memo, so check that out if you haven't. But this book is brilliant. This book is very powerful. I actually picked it up after hearing about the tragic death of Dr. Bonnie, who people close to her lovingly call her, but Dr. Antoinette Bailey, I believe her name is, and she passed away last month due to severe mental health issues, anxiety and depression, but due to a very toxic, unbearable workplace. And that story struck a nerve in me. It struck a chord in me. It hurt me. I was thinking about her for days on end because there are so many women. There are so many Black women. There are so many people suffering in silence due to toxic workplaces and toxic bosses. And I just felt for her. I felt for her in that moment. And I felt for everyone who is dealing or have dealt with unbearable workplace situations. There's so much to unpack about that story. And I will once I finish this book. But this book focuses on healing from racial trauma. So you've experienced it. Now what do you do? How do you heal? How do you get right within? How do you do what you have to do to find peace? And I really love that Minda, the author of The Memo, is a brilliant writer. She is relatable. She is transparent. She just speaks on things that I'm so happy she can be the voice for us, for others. And I think she does a really powerful job in this book of just talking about some of the grievances that happens at work and how we as Black women and women of color can navigate that. So I really am enjoying this book. I think it's a must read halfway through, but yeah, I would love to deep dive and talk more about this later. What I want to read, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Oh my gosh, everyone's talking about this book. Everyone's talking about this darn book, and it's the month for lovers, so I am wanting to read this. I'll be honest, I'm up to chapter 2 already. I have dipped in it, but this is the book that I want to read, and so I can't wait to let y'all know how it goes. I saw a friend post that she just read this, and so I'm like, oh, I gotta read it now. So I picked it up and I am going to read this book. So far so good. I'm only on chapter 2, but so far it is getting me into it. So I've been reading a lot of nonfiction. I've been reading a lot of self-help, and I kind of want to balance. I want to find a balance between the two. So I'm gonna try to add in some fiction and romance into my reading routine. So yeah, that is all. What are y'all reading? How are y'all doing? Let me know in the comments. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.